Dear listeners, welcome to our famous radio program SNF. Before moving on to our songs, I would like to introduce you to our guest today. Hello, dear Lady Asya. Welcome to our program. Can you tell us a little about yourself?
Hello, I'm the famous psychologist Asya Nurnas. I'm 22 years old. I live in France, but I am from Erzurum. My mom and my dad are also from Erzurum and they live in Turkey. They recently retired. I have a sister and brother. My sister works at the Faculty of Engineering. My brother works in the factory. I choose to study psychology. I have been doing this job for 2 years.
So, what is the reason for you to work in France instead of working in your country?
Hmm. Because our country has limited job opportunities, I choose to live abroad.
Wonderful! As a Piscolactics, what do you think of the theory that music is good for the human soul?
I was focusing exactly on this question.
Perfect! Did you find the answer to your question?
Yes, according to my research, music contributes to the purification of the human soul from negative thoughts, negative emotions, and intuition, and I strongly agree with this.
Thank you for providing this information to us. Could you tell us about your classroom in Vermont in high school?
Why not? First of all, let me say that I had a terrible classroom environment. The teachers were tired of warning. However, I had friends that I never regret meeting. As awful as they were, I missed them.
Wow, impressive! Alright, which course and which teacher did you like the most?
If I remember correctly, it was English and literature. Also, I loved my teacher Sleiman Tuzcu very much.
Thanks for sharing with us. Could you tell us a little about the region you live in? How do you find French?
I like the people where I live, they are very friendly. Also, the weather in France fascinates me.
Great! Can you tell us about your favoritism in your room?
My teddy bear is the thing I can't live without. It always waits for me on my bed. Also, the violets next to my nightstand are my favorites.
Very sweet. Then we have a bomb question for you. You were not a pice collector. What profession would you like to do?
When I was little, I was always curious about the sky and what was beyond it. It wouldn't be bad if I was an astronaut.
So, have you ever encountered a patient incident that affected you dirty?
I can't share it due to patient confidentially, but yes happened.
All right. Could you tell us a little about your hobbies?
Of course, I love taking care of flowers. Peony is my favorite. Also, reading books can be another of my hobbies. I read every night before going to bed.
Amazing. Could you tell us about the contribution of reading books to you?
I can say that books are great friends. For example, if you are having a bad day, fantasy books can entertain you. I think books are an indispensable resource for our soul.
Lady Asya, can you tell me your favorite book?
I will say it with great pleasure. I recommend you to read the novel Çalıkuşu by Reşat Nuri Güntekin.
Thank you. Have you ever watched Isla? And if so, what are your talks about the movie?
Yes, I watched it. It was a very impressive and wonderful movie. I can also tell that you are emotional.
I can say that. I'm curious. Which types of movie do you like the most?
I like action, crime, fantasy style movies more, but I can say that I like most of the movies.
excellent choice. Well, do you prefer reading a book or watching a movie?
It's hard to decide, but I can say that books have decorated my imagination and expanded my horizons.
Wow, I did not expect such a response. You are really arrived into a tool. You are free and original. What does freedom mean to you?
First of all, thank you for being so kind. I think that a person's freedom depends on his weaknesses. It's hard to decide, but I can say that books have decorated my imagination and expanded my horizons.
Wow, I did not expect such a response. You are really arrived into a tool. You are free and original. What does freedom mean to you?
First of all, thank you for being so kind. I think that a person's freedom depends on his weaknesses. So, I believe that if a person's weaknesses are taken away, his freedom will end.
If you were painting, what color would you use most?
I think purple and green tones because they reflect my soul.
The food you like to cook most in your life?
The answer to the question is stuffed grape leaves.
Yes, dear audience, we have come to our last question of the day. As for our question, what keeps you going during the most difficult times?
I will be happy to answer your questions too. Those who have always been with me during my difficult times have always been my friends and family.
Lady Asya, thank you very much for joining our radio program.
You are welcome.
Yes, dear viewers, our radio program will continue after the commercial.